friends, welcome to the platform of Darshanik. This is Akshay Kadam. So guys, today on this platform of Darshanik, we are going to discuss one UPSC essay mains topic. So in this essay, I am going to discuss with you how to structure and present your essay and what content you need to write in your essay. So as I told you in all previous recordings that scoring 140, 150 in essay is possible. Okay, but you need to have very good structuring, presentation skill, language fluency, etc. But even if you have all those things, you will not score good if you don't have very strong content, very enriching content, very in-depth content. So content is the most important part, not only of essay paper, but all your essay, ethics, GS or optional papers. Because if you don't have the good quality content, doesn't matter how well you present it, you are not going to get good marks. So content is more important. And that's why in this essay, I'm going to give you the content. We will be taking one topic and we will be discussing what to write in that essay or in that topic. So what content you should be presenting. So today's topic for this recording is, it is not because things are difficult, we do not dare. Okay, it is because we do not dare, things are difficult. Okay, so it is not because things are difficult, we do not dare. It is because we do not dare, things remain difficult, things are difficult. Now UPSC has already asked one essay regarding or on same context, on same line. Okay, and that essay topic 4-5 years back that UPSC asked was, ship in harbor is safe, but that's not it is built for. Okay, so ship in harbor is safe, but ship is not built for that. You should go out, take a risk, venture out, sail into the open oceans, okay, in turbulent oceans, and then only you will be able to achieve, okay, great shores. You will be able to discover new world. You will be able to explore new continents, etc. And that's why taking risk is more important. Okay, and not one shouldn't fear the ocean. One should not feel comfortable in his comfort zone. One should be ready to take a risk, leave his comfort zone, and go out. Okay, venturing into the turbulent waters. So take a risk. What that essay was saying. So this essay is also on the same line, that it is not because things are difficult we do not dare. Because we do not dare, we keep our ship in the comfort of the harbor. Okay, things remain difficult. We never realize, okay, our true potential. We will never go out, venture into the open oceans. Okay, and only after going into open ocean we will realize, okay, that sailing the ship is very easy task. Exploring the world is an easy task. But first, what we need is when one should dare. Okay, so that was the core of the essay. So both essays were on similar lines, but this essay is a little bit different. So we will discuss this essay from this context. So then, if I write the essay, how I will present it. So first, in your essay, in structuring of your essay, you need to begin with introduction. Now I always tell you, you can introduce this essay with anecdote, story, some facts, statistic, etc. So when I was trying to prepare this structure of this essay, the first thing that came to my mind, like what I will write in introduction, then one anecdote came to my mind, my own story, okay, of my own life. And so I will write that story because that very nicely fits with this essay topic. Okay, and you can use the same story and put it in your own word, make it your own anecdote story, or usi ko chipka do. So what that incident was, that when I was in 10th, I had very good scores or mark in my 10th board exam. But then when I went to 11th, and in 11th, that maths paper, which was of bit higher difficulty level, where we have advanced trigonometry related part. And I used to get very scared of those trigonometric equations. Very difficult equations were there and solving it was very challenging for me. And then when first unit test that we have in school, that happened, out of 25 I scored just 6-7 marks, very less marks. And my teacher knew that this marks doesn't reflect my intelligence. Okay, I'm a much better student who could score more than that. And so when he discussed with me that why I got this low mark, etc. And after discussion, he told me one formula, very simple solution. And he said that whenever you get any problem to solve, or mathematics, any problem, quadratic equation, trigonometric equation, whatever, okay, first thing you do is don't get scared by the looking at the question. If question is very lengthy, long, very complex trigonometric equation is there, then understand more complex the equation is, then actually you will achieve the solution or you will reach the solution in less number of steps. And more simple the problem is, then you will need lot of steps, okay, to reach the end result. And so he told me that very simple formula, simple thing to do, that don't get scared by the looking at the equation. Okay, just think that more the difficult equation is, rather it is more easy to solve. And then I took that feedback very seriously. I acted on that. And then when next first semester came, and in maths paper out of 100, okay, I had somewhere 92, 93 marks. So this how that just I changed my perception of looking at the problems, looking at the maths paper, looking at the equations. Things suddenly became quite easy. And that's what they say is that it is not because things are difficult, we do not dare. Okay, we do not dare, or we look or pursue things at a very high difficulty level. And that's why, okay, things remain difficult, and most of the problems get created because of this perception of difficulty. And same thing I tell my students even in essay classes, okay, that whenever you get very complex essay topic, don't get scared and just give up on that essay topic just because statement appears very complex. Rather apply same formula that my teacher gave me. More the complex essay ka topic is, rather understand it's very easy to present and carry out. Okay, most of the time it works. अब एक बार एक ऐसे statement था, UPSC has asked that mindful manifesto is a catalyst to tranquil self. Mindful manifesto is catalyst to tranquil self. Now see, this statement appears very difficult, okay, but actually writing this essay is was very easy. Essay line simply meant meditation leads to peace of mind, or meditation lead to, okay, peaceful mind, tranquility. So unnecessarily UPSC was complicating that statement. So if you could read, okay, this essay topic in easier level, perceive, understand this easier meaning, you will be able to write very good essay. Then everyone knows about meditation and how it is linked with the tranquility or mental, physical well-being and peace of mind. You can easily carry out this essay. Okay. Then same line पे एक essay था कि smile is the this solution to all ambiguities of life. So most of the time you can interpret this essay at very easier level. If development is not engendered, it is endangered. It's very easy, statement is very difficult, but interpret it at easiest level. That if development is gender neutral, then it will be sustainable. And if it is not gender neutral, it will be unsustainable. Simply this essay topic, but only they were complicating the statement. So you also apply the same formula for solving your essay papers. But here, okay, this anecdote, this story is very best fits. And so I will write the introduction using that anecdote or story. Then go into the main body. And before that, I told you, always provide the outline of the essay, 60-70 words mein, what you will be writing next in your essay. So in outline of the essay, what you are going to write, that in this essay, first we'll understand why, okay, people don't dare, and why people, how perception is linked with the difficulty level. And there is no objective difficulty. But difficulty is a subjective concept. Difficulty is a problem due to perception, and difficulty enhances because of our perception, because we get scared, etc. And how it is linked. What are the disadvantages of such a mentality? Then in the essay we will go on discussing why people don't dare, okay, and what are the disadvantages of that. And if people start daring, what will be the great advantages of it? And then we will also discuss in the end that how to ensure that people will not get bogged down by the difficulty level, and people will take risk and will achieve something better. Okay. And so in main body, so discuss difficulty as a subjective experience shaped by beliefs. So discuss difficulty as a subjective experience. So in main body, first agree with the essay topic. Yes, this is the issue. Generally I tell कि main body में, when you begin the main body, first you do the definition का part, you deal with that. And definition part में whatever core terms in your essay topics that you need to define. So patriarchy is least noticed yet most significant structure of social inequality. Then there are three terms: patriarchy, then social inequality. So why patriarchy is linked with social inequality? That सारा part you discuss in main body आगे. But in the beginning, define your understanding of patriarchy. Define your understanding of this inequality, social inequality. And then also you later on you discuss why it is least noticed. So this terms pe you need to focus on. Now here in this essay there is no such a terminology directly mentioned. So if terminology is not mentioned, science and spirituality runs parallel, then define science, define spirituality. core terms are given, then define them. Okay, courage to accept, dedication, improve, lead to success. Then define courage, define dedication, define success, and then go on establishing courage linked with success, dedication linked with success, आगे जाके. Okay, so in the beginning, largely you should focus on this main body में discuss this. Here, when there is no core term, then discuss the core argument that essay is making. And what core argument essay is making? Because we do not dare, things remain difficult. And why we don't dare? Because we pursue the problems in a difficult manner. We पहले ही, instead of trying, we perceive it is difficult and we give up. So essay is hinting you at the perception, okay, as a parameter, that how the perception plays the role. So discuss difficulty as a subjective experience shaped by beliefs. Okay, so subjective experiences का role, that you first define or discuss. That difficulty is not objective. Okay, difficulty is based on perception. Not everyone will look at the problem and pursue it at the same objective level. Okay, difficulty is not like mathematics का कोई or science का कोई concept like gravity, whose value is fixed, 9.8 meter per second square. Gravity doesn't depend on our perception. Its value is fixed, objectively fixed. But our perception of difficulty is totally decided by individual, by his own opinion, ideas, his thoughts, his beliefs shape that. And that's why perception of difficulty is a subjective experience which is shaped by our beliefs. So our beliefs shape our subjective experience. And because of these experiences, we pursue things at very difficult level. Okay, or some people will pursue things at very easy level. So how we approach the world, how we look at the world, okay, and accordingly, then it will decide whether we will try to solve the problem, we will take risk, we will take our ship into the open oceans, water or not. Okay, and so perception plays more role, and perception is linked with the difficulty. First part, you define that. Then discuss perception of difficulty and actual difficulty is different. So perception of difficulty is different thing, actual difficulty is different thing. Some few things are very, very easy, but because of our perception, we don't even try. So actual difficulty and perceived difficulty are two different concepts. वो debate करो. Then explain how fear of failure amplifies perception of difficulty. अब देखना ऐसे बहुत सारे unique concepts है, fear of failure, etc. इस type के. You need to know all this concept of psychology, etc. You need to now it's not possible to know all these concepts, okay? But if you are aware of them and you write those in essay, then that will definitely fetch you very good marks. Okay, so whenever I take my essay classes where I discuss all these concepts like fear of failure, etc. So in my essay classes, I discuss Western values versus Indian value, a topic that I discuss. And in Western and Indian values, where I do the comparison. Okay, one of the comparison is this point that in India, okay, this fear of failure is very high. While in Western cultures, they see failure as a stepping stone for success. And because of this fear of failure is very high, okay, what this simply concept this means, कि आपके घर में भी there will be lot of relatives, okay, and you just call them and tell them कि whether I should appear for UPSC or not, what's your opinion or so on. And let me tell you, out of 10 people, 7-8 of them won't be even knowing long form of UPSC, and they will tell you that UPSC is difficult, don't try. So पहले ही people, okay, consider it difficult and give up on trying. This is what we call in India में fear of failure. But the other way of looking at the world, other way to pursue the world is take a risk and see आगे क्या होता है. So you jump into the process and you decide कि whether UPSC is difficult or not. Give 2-3 attempts. Okay, do some proper coaching, proper guidance, prepare well, give 2-3 attempts, and then decide whether I should appear or not. Okay, and so ये जो है कि instead of trying, पहले ही हार मानना, this is what Indian society में, this is very strongly rooted in Indian psyche. Fear of failure is very high. Same way there are many other concepts that I discuss, like Indian people lacks critical thinking. Indian culture restricts free will. Okay, Indian culture there is a lot of restriction on divergent thinking, critical thinking, skepticism. Okay, criticality is not encouraged. And all this such a concept, once you know, then automatically you will understand when to use them in the essay. So by February month, I will be launching my essay courses on my Darshanik app. Okay, so lot of lectures I will take, very comprehensive. I will discuss all such a concepts. So do enroll for those classes then, and then you will be having very in-depth understanding of all these concepts, and you will be able to write very, very good essay when you will actually try it. So here, discuss that one concept, that explain how fear of failure amplifies perception of difficulty. Because people fear failure, they don't even try to try something in their life, and because of that, they will never realize their true potential. Many Indian people die without realizing their true potential. Because of this fear of failure, there is no job creators in India. There are mainly job seekers in India, and that's why, okay, this fear of failure, okay, is very problematic thing. It amplifies perception of difficulty. Then what are the disadvantages of it? So ये सारा discuss किया basically 150 word में. You defined the core argument in the essay. Then what are the disadvantages of it? Why things remain difficult? ये part, next part 150 word around you discuss that. So what are the disadvantages of we not trying or not taking risk? What are the disadvantages of fear of failure? Okay, what are the disadvantages of perceiving things at difficult level and not even trying? Or what are the disadvantages of not daring? That you have to write next. Is mentality disadvantages kya? If we give up this mentality, what are advantages? Then why we don't dare? What restricts us from daring? And how to ensure people dare? तो ये 4 पार्ट में आगे का ऐसे 150 वर्ड भी यू राइट, 600-700 वर्ड कोर बॉडी हो जाएगी. देन इंट्रो, दिस डेफिनेशन पार्ट, and conclusion, your essay will be complete. So what are the disadvantages of it, of not taking risk, okay, having fear of failure inside or not daring? What are the disadvantages? तो इसमें discuss the case study of economics, okay, that culture of poverty and lack of entrepreneurial spirit in India. तो ये भी एक important point है कि इंडिया में this culture of poverty or lack of entrepreneurial spirit. Now I told you that all this concept I discuss in my essay classes very comprehensively. So in my essay classes, there is one module on economics essay, where I discuss a lot of concepts from economics, philosophical ideas, etc., like culture of poverty and so on. So if you want to know detail about them, do enroll for the class on my Darshanik app. Then we will discuss this in detail, but I will now just introduce you this concept of culture of poverty and lack of entrepreneurial spirit. Now see, poverty is not always a financial aspect. Poverty is also linked with our culture, society. Being a poor is also mentality, and being rich is also mentality. So there is very nice book on this argument, Rich Dad Poor Dad. So in that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, the entire crux of that book is the same. Okay, the mentality that author has compared his dad's mentality, like poor dad mentality, and his friend's dad's mentality, rich dad. And so whenever both his father and friend's father used to get a salary or income, how they used to deal with that income. And largely he said poor people, when they get the salary, they consume first, save later. Rich people save first, okay, and then consume later. They invest first, okay, and then poor people take a loan and invest in liabilities like car loan, home loan, etc. Rich people take a loan, okay, and invest that in the assets, invest in return generating assets. And this is how mentality differs. And this cultural gap, okay, is what separates poor and rich people. So this concept of culture of poverty is very important concept. It's a very broad concept. I have just introduced you in short. But what I mean by that culture of poverty, ki ye risk taking na hona is also part of culture of poverty. Now see the Parsi culture in India. There will be hardly any IAS IPS from Parsi community. Okay, because for them entire culture is a business oriented culture. बच्चा पैदा ही होता है तब से they think only from business perspective. तो एक culture होता है. Okay, even business minded, entrepreneurial spirit, Parsi culture what we call, or Protestant culture in Europe. So a business mentality is kind of culture. Now what I mean this culture of poverty, that if you think, just do one experiment, make a list of 10 uncles that your friends, dad, relatives, etc., chacha, लोग सबकी list बनाओ and call them and tell them that I think that UPSC I won't be able to crack this competitive exam. Okay, and I'm planning some business, and this is what think of any business model, and tell them that I'm planning for this business model to start. And let me tell you guys, if you are not from entrepreneurial family, or these 10 uncles are not from Gujarati, Marwadi, Sindhi, Parsi family, etc., business family, Dawoodi, Bohra families, Muslim families like that, if they are from other caste community, etc., and out of 10, I will tell you, more than 7, 8 uncles will tell you how your business will fail. And this is what we call culture of poverty. But all these 10 uncles are from Gujarati, Sindhi families, then they will tell you why you take a risk and how it will change the game for you. Okay, and if you fail, how you will learn from it. And they will even share experiences in the past when their any friend, relative had tried this business, how they failed and what risk you will get exposed to and what you need to, how you need to deal with that. They will educate you. So this is what mentality is. So being poor, okay, is a part of culture of poverty. So ये case study discuss करो. And because of such a mentality, we don't dare, and that's why India में there are no entrepreneurs, there are no job creators, there are only job seekers. And because of that, many educated graduates, okay, remain unemployed because they don't know how to utilize their assets, that whatever they have learned in the school colleges, okay, in real life. And largely, okay, that's why this not daring, okay, hampers our growth, development, everything. So एक economic की case study से भी so एक word में discuss this idea. Then because of this mentality, it creates cycle of inaction, nay mentality. Okay, हमेशा हर चीज में negative सोचो. Any problem, there are many people you will get, you will meet in your life, that when you discuss anything with them, first thing they note or will talk about is a negative. You plan in a trip, they will tell the negatives. Okay, so ये जो nay mentality है, okay, naysayer what we call, this mentality gets increased, and so they perpetuate the cycle of inaction. People don't leave their comfort zone, stay in that comfort zone, in that cycle of inaction, and they never risk and try to achieve something more. Then it creates gambling orientation instead of competitive orientation. फिर इसकी वजह से, if you don't have this risk taking mentality, okay, you don't dare, don't take risk, then you don't fail and you never learn from the things. When you try, fail and learn from the things, then you develop the risk, this risk taking mentality. Say you develop the competitive orientation, that how I should plan things, I should execute things. If I fail, how should I re-strategize myself? You learn a lot of things, and that's why this leads to development of competitive orientation. But people who remain invest more in this cycle of inaction, okay, don't dare, okay, then they never learn how to manage risk, how to strategize in the risk condition. They never develop competitive orientation. Largely these people develop the gambling orientation. Okay, and then फिर पैसा कैसे बनाओ, how, where I should invest in the market, where I will get more money from the market. They don't re-strategize. वो they invest money on तुक्का, gambling. अभी एक रिपोर्ट मैंने पढ़ा था कि डेली इंडिया में जो ऑप्शंस ट्रेडिंग होता है, okay, which is in the tune of $4 trillion. $4 trillion का ऑप्शन ट्रेडिंग happens in India, which is the of amount, okay, much more than Indian economy की size. And ये सारे ऑप्शन ट्रेडिंग में 40-50 lakh youths that are investing more than that population, your option trading is all gamble. Then why people want that? Because of they don't want to plan risk, do the risk analysis, invest properly, take decision. Everyone just want quick money. And because of this mentality, people fell prey to these chit fund scams and all the 5 महीने में पैसे double, all these kind of schemes. And people invest in them more because of this gambling orientation. But if people from childhood, you teach your kid to take, to risk, to dare, okay, you socialize him, then he will develop very good risk profile. Okay, he will become risk taker and he will have competitive orientation, and all decision he will take will be through proper SWOT analysis, okay, by properly strategizing and by risk analysis. Then discuss why we do not dare. Okay, so why we do not dare. This is the next part. So chalo, we do not dare. First we discussed that daring, we don't dare because of our perception. We perceive people problems at a difficult level. Our beliefs, perception, subjective perception of difficulty hampers. So first part we discussed that. Then because we do not dare, what are the problems that we discussed? Now why we do not dare. लोगों में ये mentality क्यों होती है? Why they become risk aversive? So I told you it's more cultural influence, okay, and the way culture is, way the cultural values are. So you are born in some particular caste and community. Instead of that, had you been born in some Parsi family, you would have ended up becoming businessman instead of preparing for UPSC. So हमारा परिवेश, society largely shapes our like, dislike, what we want to do in our life. Okay, so discuss why we do not dare. So fear of judgment and societal expectations. Okay, so first thing is fear of judgment, societal expectation. So we have a lot of fear of judgment, that if I fail, people will laugh at me, people will analyze me. Okay, अब ये देखना इंडिया की कल्चर, लोगों का मेंटेलिटी का है. यू टेक अ यूपीएससी का रिस्क, यू गिव एग्जाम, यू क्रैक इट, दे विल से ओके वो इसीलिए बना था, ही वाज वांट टू बी आईएएस, बी आईपीएस, बी आईआरएस. इफ यू फेल देन दे विल से नहीं यार, उससे होने ही नहीं वाला था, वो उसको जाना ही नहीं चाहिए था, उसने 2-4 साल बर्बाद कर दिए. दिस इज द मेंटेलिटी ऑफ इंडिया. दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल कल्चर ऑफ पॉवर्टी. ओके, मेंटेलिटी ऑफ पॉवर्टी. एंड आई टोल्ड यू, बीइंग पुअर इज नॉट अ फाइनेंशियल इशू, इट्स अ मेंटेलिटी इशू, कल्चर का इशू. और ये जो है, इफ वी इम्बाइब कि क्या लोग बोल रहे हैं, ओके, इफ यू लेट पीपल डिसाइड आवर लाइफ के गोल्स, then obviously we will never able to dare. So fear of judgment, what people will think, societal expectation hamper us. Then risk aversive society, fatalistic society, नियतिवाद. Okay, fatalism जो इंडिया में बहुत स्ट्रांगली रूटेड है, नियतिवाद, फैटलिज्म. एंड व्हाट आई मीन बाय फैटलिज्म, नीतिवाद, कि इंडिया में ईडियम्स है सोसाइटी में कि कंबल देख के पैर फैलाओ. अरे भाई अगर पैर लंबे हैं देन यू शुड हैव ईडियम कि और मेहनत करके लंबा कंबल खरीद लो. तो ये जैसे हो वैसे रहो, जितना दिया भगवान ने उतने में रहो, ये जो मेंटालिटीज है, ओके, दैट क्रिएट दिस रिस्क एवर्सिवनेस, फैटलिज्म. इंडिया में समुद्र क्रॉस करोगे तो धर्मभ्रष्ट हो जाओगे. इंडियन राजा महाराजास वेर नेवर ऑन ऑफेंसिव, दे वेर ऑलवेज ऑन डिफेंसिव, गॉट अटैक्ड. सो डोंट ब्लेम इन्वेडर्स फॉर योर पेटी अफेयर और पेटी स्टेट ऑफ एग्जिस्टेंस इन मिडिवल टाइम पीरियड. योर कल्चर रिस्ट्रिक्टेड कि ओशन क्रॉस करोगे तो धर्मभ्रष्ट, ये टाइप का जो कल्चर था. ओके, लॉट ऑफ देन culture problems, most of the conversions happened in India. Why you did not convert back the people back into the religion? Why your religion did not go about converting other religions people? So ये जो है कि नियतिवादी mentality, fatalism, okay, risk aversion in society is a very problematic thing. And India is very risk averse society. It likes to remain in very predictable atmosphere. They don't want uncertainty. People fear uncertainty. They get uncomfortable when exposed to uncertainty. People lack dynamism or dynamic personality who are ready for any uncertain situation. Okay, and that's what majorly hampers and link it with culture of poverty that have already discussed. So why we do not dare? 3-4 reason, 100 एक word में उसको explain करो. Then go about discussing the solution. How to inculcate this courageous risk-taking personality. Okay, अब एक dimension ये भी add कर सकते हो आप कि what are the advantages if we start taking risk. Okay, then if we start taking risk, then it will lead to it will ensure our growth, it will ensure our development. We will be able to make lot of we will be able to realize our full potential, we will be able to explore our creativity. Okay, and ये सारी जो चीजें होगी, for example here you can use example of like Sikh community. There is one statement about Sikh community that Sikhs and potatoes you will find across every corner of world. A very resilient community who has conquered entire world, and they are at every place. So you can write in this manner, this how you achieve the world, how you reach great heights, and you will be able to realize full potential. Okay, इसमें फिर आप कोई एक स्टोरी भी ऐड कर सकते हो. Okay, एक हिस्टोरिकल लीजेंडरी लाइक दिस शिवाजी महाराज की स्टोरी. Okay, he was Jagirdar under Adil Shahi dynasty. His father was Jagirdar there. He gave that Jagirdari to handle to Shivaji Maharaj, his son, and when he got the Jagirdari ka control, okay, instead of being a Jagirdar, he strived to establish the empire, to establish Swaraj. Okay, and he went on taking risk. अब उस time she had only 600-700 soldiers at his command. अगर नॉर्थ से पूरे आदिल शाही औरंगजेब की फुल मिलिट्री आ जाते अटैक करने, okay, it would have been very difficult for him to stand, but he still took a risk. He dared and created a invincible empire for that ruled and conquered almost most part of India, okay, and defeated all these established dynasties. And so how we dare, then we will be able to create such a big things. You can talk about Gandhi also. Had Gandhi not been kicked out of railway in Africa, okay, he would not have went on dealing with this racism in Africa or even in India. He would not have fought for the democracy in all these life-changing events, but he dared, okay, and became Rashtrapita. Same Ambedkar, he had so many PhDs, he could have lived in America very comfortably, made lot of wealth, money, but he came back to India, for the people, for those oppressed people, and rest of his life, okay, instead of making money and becoming millionaire, billionaire, okay, he lived a very simple, harsh, hard life, okay, but fought for his people and became the one of the nation builder that people worship him like a god, okay. And so you can use such stories, okay, to highlight that if we dare, how big things happen, great things happen. Then discuss the solution, how to inculcate this courageous risk-taking personality. Okay, so ये जो पर्सनैलिटी है, पर्सनैलिटी इज नॉट लार्जली जेनेटिकली कोडेड. ये जो पर्सनैलिटी के एस्पेक्ट्स है, ओके, इन माय एसे लेक्चर, इथिक्स लेक्चर, आई डिस्कस वन डिबेट, नेचर नर्चर डिबेट. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट डिबेट है इन मोस्ट ऑफ द सोशियोलॉजी, साइकोलॉजी, एंथ्रोपोलॉजी, ह्यूमैनिटीज के ऑप्शनल्स में यू हैव दिस डिबेट कि एनवायरमेंटल डिटर्मिनिज्म नर्चर और बायोलॉजिकल डिटर्मिनिज्म नेचर, विच इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. सो हमारी पर्सनैलिटी के जो पार्ट्स है उसमें आवर बॉडी टाइप, हाइट, स्किन कलर, ब्लड ग्रुप, ओके, ये जो फैक्टर्स है दे आर लार्जली डिटरमाइंड बाय नेचर. नर्चर प्लेज वेरी लेस रोल. 90-95% नेचर का डिटर्मिनेशन. बट आवर पर्सनैलिटी, एटीट्यूड, इथिक्स, वैल्यूज, मोरालिटी, ओके, आवर दिस इथिक्स, वैल्यूज, मोरालिटी, then stereotypes, prejudices, beliefs, perceptions, sensations, emotional intelligence, all this is an outcome of nurture, environmental determinism. So we need to correct the environment. And what we mean by environment? Then environment means our socializing agents, family, parents, education, schooling, textbook, media, society, culture, religion, constitution, laws, entire system has a role to play to develop our personality. So if you have right culture, right socializing agents, we will develop this risk-taking personality who will dare and things will get solved, okay, will not remain difficult. So largely we have to discuss the part of conditioning, okay. We need to condition our generations to be a risk takers. बचपन से उनको हर चीज में ask them to be a risk taker. और इसी को आपको और एक्सप्लेन करना हो, you can explain कि आप किसी बच्चे को you take him to a shop to buy something, okay, then let him decide what to buy, okay, give him a cash to pay, ask him whether he got all the money back, etc. or not, okay, and by ensuring, giving them independence, asking them to do things on their own, okay, you are developing this personality. So ये conditioning हमें करना पड़ता है बचपन से. Then we need to inculcate this achievement motivation. Now in my essay classes, I discuss some motivation की theories which will be very useful for you to write in essay, where I discuss 4-5 motivation की theories, Maslow's need hierarchy, Maclelland's motivation की theory, and there are few more motivation की theories. So to learn about all these theories of motivation and content, very enriching content about essay topics, you can download my app Darshanik from Play Store and iPhone store, and links are given in the description. You can download it from there. And in by February month, I will be launching this comprehensive essay class also there. Okay, so there you will get. I will discuss all these theories. So उसमें एक Maclelland, there was one psychologist who gave this theory of achievement motivation. There he discussed about 3 kinds of motivation: achievement motivation, affiliation motivation, power motivation, and there are few more motivations also, knowledge motivation, etc. We'll discuss them in detail. But if you want people who are risk taker, who dare, then according to this theory, you need a people who are high on need for achievement, who are high achievers, achievement motivation, which is very strong in them. Then realistic goal setting, ये भी एक psychology में theory है. We need to teach people how to take, how to dare, how to take risk, how to take calculated risk. और एक word मैंने पहले use किया था, competitive orientation. To develop this competitive orientation, you need to develop this realistic goal setting. Okay, अब बहुत सारे बच्चे UPSC में आते हैं. What is not realistic goal setting? What is unrealistic goal setting? So most of the students who come to consult me say कि मैं 3 ही साल देने वाला हूँ, 3 साल में हुआ या नहीं हुआ, then I am going to give up on UPSC. And I say that is the most stupidest decision to make. कि 3 साल and 2 attempt and हुआ तो हुआ, नहीं हुआ तो नहीं हुआ. That's very stupid. Because what if in both attempt you reached interview stage and still failed? So you will give up on this 3 years attempt. Okay. So no. If you have a continuous progress, first attempt you failed prelim, second attempt you crack prelim, crack means went to interview, then you should give third attempt because you have a progress. First attempt you crack prelim, went to mains, maybe mains you failed, but second attempt prelim नहीं निकला, चल जाएगा because in first you at least reached main stage. Try for third attempt. But this way, if you are have a signs of progress, then you should keep on giving. फिर अगर 4 attempts में you reach interview 4th time ना, but failed, then give the 5th attempt also. because you have consistent progress. But in first 1 year you prepared and you couldn't clear prelim, second year prepared couldn't crack prelim, then you need to think there itself. Okay, yeah, third attempt maybe prelim nahi nikla, then I should give up. So if you see the progress, you should take a clear cut decision that I have progress, I'm going to interview stages, then I should give attempt, next attempt. So that is very important, and that's what ऐसे decision लेना is called competitive orientation. ऐसे decision लेना is being a good risk taker. Okay, and that's what, okay, इसी को बोला जाता है realistic goal setting. That your goal, okay, कि इस साल के इस अटेम्प्ट में मैं यहाँ तक पहुंचा, I have achieved this much goal, so then I should try or not. Okay, that realistic goal setting that we need to teach to our young generation or future generation. Then fostering culture that values courage, resilience, ना कि ऐसा कि बच्चों को बहुत पैम्पर करो. अब बहुत बार आई हैव सी इन पुणे मोस्ट ऑफ द मॉल्स में, एक बार मैं गया था, वन वेरी अडल्ट किड 20-22 ईयर का होगा, टू परचेस बर्म्यूडा ही केम विथ हिज मदर. नाउ इफ 21-year-old kid can't purchase a Bermuda, okay, without parents help, then how he will start a business? बहुत दूर की बात है. So how much independence you give, how much courage you inculcate in the your young generation, next generation, how much you make them resilient, that will decide whether they will dare or not. But if you pamper them too much, keep them in comfort zone वगैरह, then they will never be a risk taker or what do you call, entrepreneur, job creators. Then fostering calculated risk taking, that same part I explained. And we need to change our entire cultural makeup, and where we need to develop that failure as a stepping stone to success, learning from failures and adapting new strategy. So we need to learn from the failure, we need to adapt new strategies, and we need to see failure as a stepping stone for the success, not fear of failure. We need to get rid of this fear of failure. We need to develop culture where free will is allowed. Anyone wants to do something new, okay, people should not ridicule him, should not criticize him. People should be very supportive, and they should do something big. And this is how we can condition our next generation to be a risk taker. And if they start doing that, then things will not remain difficult. Okay. So then conclusion may, I always tell you, conclude in an optimistic manner. So assume that all these solutions that we have discussed are implemented. Every kid walking on the street of India is a risk taker who is ready to dare. Then how it will change the entire India or entire world. Okay. And how new discoveries will come up, new inventions will happen. Okay, new solutions to the existing problems will come. Everyone will realize their full potential. Everyone will be like, as Maslow in his need hierarchy theory said, everyone will reach the stage of self-actualization, etc. So, थोड़ा optimism के साथ romanticize करके you try to conclude. So that I will leave for your exercise. Okay, you work on that. So conclusion का part. So that's how you need to structure the essay. So use the same data, same format, and write your essay. Okay, and stay tuned to my Darshanik IAS YouTube channel for more these lectures. And to download these notes, join me on UPSC Ethics 4 Telegram channel. From there you can download the notes, and you can download my app Darshanik by Kadam sir from Google Play App Store. Okay, where I will be launching this essay ethics course by January month, and essay courses by February. They will be there. So do take advantage of that. Do enroll for that. So thanks for listening.